Marathon just came out with a brand new gameplay trailer for the game, and we're going to be going over that and also everything that happened in the live stream and explaining all the details that we know so far. So if you do enjoy this video, please leave a like on this video and make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. In Marathon, there will be 18 players in game. It also depends on the map. So each map could be different. Each map could have less players. We don't know if each map is going to have more players than that, but it looks like 18 players are in game. You can do 3-player squads as well, so up to 3 players, not 4, 3. You can as well, of course, opt out of going into 3-player squad. You can go by yourself as well if you do want to solo against other squads. There are also going to be dynamic weather events as well, so that's really cool that you can go into like the map that it's going to be raining a lot, going to be storming a lot. You can't really see, the visibility is going to be very low, or it's going to be like a sunny day. You never really know what you're going to be getting into while you're playing the game and fighting these other players. Reviving players, even if last alive, can take loot for self and get out alive. So if you're like last alive in your squad, you can even revive your teammates and kind of revive that loot, so you can take their loot and then kind of survive in the extraction zone as well, if you have enough space for their items. Of course, there are going to be different runners, so the runners including Blackbird is one of them, can scan runners, and he's kind of like a scanning guy and can run around like that. You got Locust that can run fast and super sprint, so he's got like leg jets that cause heat, as in like stamina. So that's like the stamina system is heat, so you can't overheat if you are running too fast. So that's pretty cool, so you have to slow down a little bit. Glitch that has a arm cannon, so it can blast people away like a grenade and boop them around. He can double jump as well, which is really cool. Another character is Void. This runner is kind of sneaky, so he can have a wall of smoke. He can send a wall of smoke with his prime ability, and then he can go invisible in that wall of smoke. What the dev was saying, that you can actually go in the wall of smoke and place claymores around. When people go into your smoke, they will blow up from the claymores. You can stack on the claymores all the time as Void and kind of be sneaky with those while you're invisible, which is really funny and a very cool way to play. I think I'm personally going to be going with Locust though, because I want to run faster and get those entry picks and everything like that. Of course, you have to pick your own runner before the game starts, right? But there are no caps on each runner, so you can have 3 Locusts if you want. You can have 3 Voids if you want, and etc. So that's really cool that there's no caps. You guys can run different strategies. So one person can be like a tanky guy, he has the shield. You can be like the fast runner, which is going to be Locust, and etc. You can be Void. There are cores as well for specific runners, so you can upgrade your runner. So for example, Glitch, he has a double jump ability. You can make that double jump ability into a triple jump ability. The cores have progression for your runners, so they give you extra powers. So maybe the shield does something different when you're running around with it as a different character. Maybe when you are on Void and you go invisible, you can go invisible for longer or something like that. Weapons do have different rarities as well, so weapons can be different than others, which is talked about a lot. He's basically explaining that weapons will act very different. So if you get like a legendary weapon, it can maybe have burn damage, or it could do something totally different, maybe shoot out voids, something crazy like that. We don't know yet, but he basically just said that they're very different in that way, and they're drastically different actually. There are contracts in the game as well, so it makes you get some extra objectives in the game and get extra rewards, loot, and you can get keys for these locked rooms after completing these contracts. Going into those locked rooms will have extra loot, and you'll explore more of the map while you're in the game. Remember, each game's gonna be different, so a locked room could have already been unlocked by another team, so you gotta watch out for that. But these contracts are really cool to bring a new flavor to the extraction kind of game mode, so you'll be doing something in there while facing AI and everything like that. Loot is going to include implants, of course, so implants are going to change your character, how they do things. So you can be like a Locust with a shield, and you can have a shield while you're running fast. Your implants and your cores are going to be making your character different. Your character kind of act like other runners as well. If you're Locust, for example, or if you're Void, you can do what the other runner does, which is really cool, or do extra things like your ability to do extra steps, like instead of a double jump, a triple jump, like I said. Blue is all going to be combined with, like, there's going to be a bunch of grenades, different type of grenades, weapons, of course, backpacks, bigger backpacks, smaller backpacks to hold more stuff, attachments, all kinds of different attachments, materials, keys, of course. Like I said, you could do a valuable run as well and have a space bank. So your space bank is at the end of the game, and you go out and you have the space bank. So you're basically extracting with all that good loot to go into the next game with better loot. You can do a valuable run, for example, what the dev said, and you can go in the game and try to get some valuables like some cores, some implants for your character, stuff like that, to then have more money in your space bank. Going back to the contracts, there are factions, like I said. You have missions to do. Even if you die, you can still complete some of the mission, so you have progress. That's really cool. I was thinking, like, what if you do a mission and you die and you don't complete the progress, you have to do it all over again? You know, you get some progress to that. You can increase your loot speed as well through these contracts and through these missions, so that's really cool. So if you're picking up loot, you can pick it up faster, and etc., and or just like unlock doors faster and everything like that. There's a lot of bonuses to doing these missions. Some missions, of course, are going to be harder than others. You want to be careful with that. There's going to be more AI in a certain area, maybe more snipers, more mini bosses, and etc. You're going to have a in-game store that's going to be called the black market. So this is going to be with your in-game currency from having these items in-game. You can sell them and then have more in-game currency to buy stuff like weapons, attachments, and more. So we don't know if there's going to be a pay factor in this where you have to pay for more maybe in-game currency stuff to get better loot. We don't know that yet. It sounds like it's all going to be in-game, which is going to be nice, rather than having to pay for everything, of course. Guns do stopping power as well, so you want to be careful about that. You will get slowed down. If you do get hit with like a chemical grenade as well, you can throw these grenades that are exploding on people like poison and stuff. Your character will slow down a lot. So a lot of stuff can affect your runner in the environment as well. So you're going to want to be careful about that. There's going to be a lot of hazards. Maybe poisonous waters that you can't walk into. Maybe electricity that you can't walk into. It'll slow your character down. Characters are going to have some weapons that have like poison damage or burn damage, and those will slow you down tremendously. So you want to be careful about all this. If you do have bad runs as well as a runner, so if you go into a game and you're just really bad for some reason in that day, you're just doing terrible in each game, you're dying a lot, you can also get a sponsored kit. So a package of items that can help you out more if losing a lot, of course, to fight other players. Even if a player is super kitted out, you can have this sponsored kit. And if you do have better aim, and if you do get the 1-up advantage on that player that has really rare stuff, then of course you can kill them faster than they can kill you. And you can get all their really, really rare loot, even if you just have like barely anything. Sponsored kits are going to help for that, to give you a decent weapon and give you decent items to combat them. There's also going to be a alpha/beta, however you want to call it, coming out very, very soon. So you're going to go to the Discord. I'll leave a Discord link to the Discord in the description below to go to Marathon Game and sign up for it. You have to go into the specific tab to do /alpha, and then it'll tell you how to do it with a good link. Their Discord's kind of crashing right now because so many players want to get on it, but go through there, sign up, and you'll be invited to the alpha when it comes out. Another little tip, there is also fall damage, so you want to be careful about that. I saw that in the content creator playthrough. There is fall damage, so you want to be careful. You can't stop yourself from doing fall damage if you do jump at the last bit, I think, if you have like a jetpack or something. So you want to be really, really careful. Going back on the AI, there are AI that are going to be around. For example, there's going to be like, you know, loot boxes around, drop boxes as they're called, and you go there, one teammate can unlock it, or you can unlock it by yourself, of course, but there's going to be AI that spawns around you. So there's going to be some AI that have more HP, as in health, and they're going to be kind of mini bosses in this game. So you want to be careful about them because they will destroy you. You got to kill all the AI around these kind of loot boxes. So that's pretty cool to get some better rewards, of course. And you got to watch out for the other squads that are coming in, hearing that gunfire. This all just sounds so cool. In these buildings, there are also vents. So you can go in these vents, you can shoot out vents, which I thought the world wasn't going to have this, where it's kind of like, you know, very entwined with the character. So you can shoot out some things in the game. You can like break glass, get through the glass. You can break the vents and kind of go through secret passageways in the buildings. You can sneak up on people or go to a secret room, which is very, very nice to have in the levels. There's also tunnels that are underground as well, so you can go in and go for some deeper loot and maybe even find some monsters in there, including like tickers. These ticks, they're called, are exploding monsters that run at you. You have to shoot the nest to get rid of them, or they'll keep respawning. This kind of reminded me of Gears of War. I think they're actually called tickers in Gears of War as well, or something like that. They run up to you and then they explode on you, and they're in the Gears of War wave mode, if you guys ever played that game. They're kind of like that. They're just exploding monsters. I'm pretty sure there's going to be other monsters than that. They're going to keep adding, but that is really, really cool. There's also a ghost commander, he's called, that is a AI opponent, and he's a kind of like a mini boss. He has these clones, these fake clones that kind of spawn around him, so you don't know which one is which, and you could be shooting a clone trying to kill a clone while the actual Ghost Commander is behind you or something, shooting at you and killing you. That's really cool that they have some AI components in the game that will confuse the player. Speaking of implants as well, you can even have active camo. Instead of being another runner that has active camo, you can have active camo for your kind of runner, and this is what implants kind of do. You can even have a shield on Locust, like I said earlier, with implants and run with a shield comp, right? So you could all be Locust running around with shields really fast using your speed ability and also having a shield. So everybody can build their kind of runner differently from everybody else's runner. So that's really cool with these kind of implants that you get in the world and or from the black market. Last but not least, there is a story as well. So at the end of the live stream, they did kind of show a story to the game, so there will be events in the game, I'm pretty sure, along with these stories that they're going to be releasing on YouTube. So kind of like how Fortnite does it. That's really cool to see in the game. It brings the game to life. It also looks like the runners had a life before going into this. This is kind of the story. These kind of games that they're going into is kind of reminding me of Hunger Games, for example. The runners are going in there, they're not really remembering their past lives, so they're like, they can't even recognize themselves in the pictures or their family members or anything. They're just going into these games, they're trying to survive, and they're trying to get out and extract better loot to survive the long term, right? They are in this world that they're going around, these kind of wastelands, and they're just trying to get the materials, and this is what you'll be doing in game. This is kind of the story that you're portraying in this universe, and they are just stuck in this universe. They don't know where else to go, and they're all just fighting each other, which is just sounds amazing, and it just completes the whole game in my opinion. Other than that, the game is coming out September 23rd, 2025, and of course, like I said, if you do want to sign up for the alpha test, you can go into Discord. I'll leave a link down in the description below to the Discord. If I did miss anything, please leave a comment down below, guys, and help each other out. Spread more information about the game in the comments below. I try to get everything I could out of the details of these videos, what they talked about in the dev, so I might have missed some things, but other than that, this game looks amazing. Honestly, my impressions of this game so far, it's going to be insane. I cannot wait, and this may be one of the best games of 2025 that we will see, and we will see for the future, because this game is going to be a longevity one. This will be constantly updated and constantly freshed out into a new world that we're going to be getting, kind of like they did with Destiny. I'm very excited. Let me know what you guys think of Marathon so far. Yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like on the video, like I said, and make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. It does help me out tremendously. Thank you so much for watching if you watch this all the way through, and have a great day and or night, and peace.